I didn't expect it to drop that much. The people shrugged the invisible burden off their backs. The streets seemed more peaceful. Even the windows of the courthouse were soon replaced. Dear Citizen Fidel, I'm writing to congratulate you on becoming a part of our country's history. Citizen Cuphead's trial is on everyone's lips. I would also like to discuss the important topic of appointing the new Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard who will replace Citizen Burrell. It is my honest belief that I am the best candidate, so you give me your permission. I would like to pay you a visit this evening. Long live the Republic. Soir Hanriot. Okay. Nothing new here. Nothing new here as well. But the common folk love me. Saints. Oh. Great. Great. Yeah, lovely. I've got 2 case files here. What am I finding out? He confessed. Was his act counter-revolutionary? And research was he conducting, and how did the defendant explain his work as a tax collector? At the moment, prison seems to be the best outcome. We'll see how that changes. The common folk want him dead, and revolutionaries want him acquitted. Let's see here, what is he accused of? Corruption, nepotism, fraud and treason. Some time has passed since liquidation of the widely hated Terme General. The institution paid duties to the former king and then often brutally collected liabilities from the people, usually with considerable interest. Now the National Convention has made a just decision to try all former Premier General who collected taxes from farmers. We will present the evidence against one of them, Antoine Lavoisier. The very first evidence of his guilt is the sheer fact that he earned his post through nepotism. That can't entirely be his fault, there's more person who hired him or gave him the post, right? Aside from collecting taxes from starving peasants, he was also involved in all manner of businesses, not very specific, and not always honest ones. Several witnesses have claimed that he was frequently trading in damp tobacco, sold at exorbitant prices. We have not found any indication of his aforementioned adulteration in Lavoisier's documents, but it is all he used money from the taxes to finance his private laboratory where he carried out many chemical experiments. Many Parisian chemists that were approached during the investigation called Lavoisier a brilliant scientist. Of course, this line does not mean treason. However, the accused frequently corresponded with foreign scientists and have established that he supported them with the money taken from French peasants, and it is possible. And he was also sharing the results of his research. Why not keep it all for the French people? There's a report regarding the tobacco. Only asked that you keep the tobacco in a dry place. Damp tobacco keeps customers away. It increases its quality. It lowers its price. There is evidence of damp tobacco. Okay, well at least I know what he was... I don't know what he was doing. So this is evidence. 6 more questions. I was passed since the creation of widely hated Femme Gerald. So Femme Gerald is oh crap, wait. Oh, Antoine Lavoisier, patient Mr. Lavoisier. I aided tax collection in the Femme Gerald, and I am also a scientist. Allow me to add immodestly that I have made a number of very important discoveries. Do not boast before the court. Sure, tell us how you ate pâté brought with our money. Pâté. He is accused of invoicing with foreign scientists. He is a brilliant scientist. Accused of fraud. Femme Gerald. That is counter-revolutionary, brilliant scientist. That's still extenuating. Oh, is this it? Femme Gerald. Ah! Genius! Okay. Okay, so this one should be an easy one. You've been selling damp tobacco. Come on. Conscious of a tax collector? I assume he did not stand in your way when taking money from starving farmers. I always acted according to French tax legislation. That law was dreadful. And then the money you took, did it go straight to the laboratory? Oh, so you don't deny that. I explained among others the phenomenon of combustion. It's proved a phlogiston theory constructed larometer. Do these discoveries help the regular citizen? Science not necessarily immediately help people, but one day these discoveries will. You hear that? Science doesn't help people. Money was spent on your research. I never measured it. I have been working on my discoveries for years. Years worth of tax. Then why were you working with foreign scientists? Explain. Bartolomeo, Icaria, Diego Petrarca, Daniel Marconi. Oh, not looking good here, man. A firearm, an object that completely changed the art of war. My work was not connected to weaponry. Can we believe you? Can we? What am I trying to find out? So, there we go, I know that. And how do you become? King of France for the whole state, really. I was honoured by it. To be honest, I also enjoyed the work. You enjoy being rich? Yeah, that sounds about right. Is that thanks to the marriage you started earning a lot more money than an average person. Oh wow. Oh wow. No comment. I don't know if that weird horrible thing was normal back then or not, but okay. It's all about the money you stole from the state, right? Mission. For the beginning of the revolution, I was assigned to officiate an administrative council of as this Comte. You assigned me to those positions, never once complained about the quality of my work. Must be a coincidence most of those people have already been sentenced to prison. You're not looking great, fella. Let's talk about that money, shall we? With your own money? You just said you used the money from the tax. Big-headed much? You should spend all your time and energy on your work for the state, but you did not. Task me that is not enough. I'll be bored to death. Yeah, well, I've run out of questions. Yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't think it's a crime. Oh wait, what was his crime? What was he being accused of? Corruption, nepotism, fraud, treason. No, he doesn't confess to that. Did I pick something? Yeah. And I'm going to sentence you to prison because, well, that's not happening. I don't think you did anything so bad that you need to be sentenced to death. Really? Prison it is. Quiet you. I'm the judge here. I decide what happens. Not you. Or them in your house. Oh, this guy! Yeah. Gonna make me a something or something. Yes, Citizen Harriot. My husband will be more than happy to endorse your candidacy to the post of Commander-in-Chief. Oh, not to make me the commander, it's to help him. Why does this feel like a fait accompli? Please do not be angry at your wife. I am sure that she acted in good faith when she made those promises. How could anyone refuse to support such a respectable officer? I am certain that my husband will acknowledge your merits just as I have. Undoubtedly. But how can I be so sure when there are so many other candidates? I respect the other candidates. They are decent people. However, I can offer you the most precious gift. Loyalty. Working together we can greatly benefit each other. And maybe Paris. Our family has a high regard for sincerity and loyalty, does it not, dear? However, we respect each other's boundaries. At every turn. Yes, those ugly rumours about you being an addict should be put to an end. Know that I never forget those who have done me. Words, words, words. Henriette. I am certain that no other candidate has asked for your endorsement. They do not think that you are worthy of their friendship, but I, Henriette, am different. So are my words. I am sure that my husband has already noticed that. Thank you. Regardless of what the masses are yelling, Paris is only as strong as its united elites. I will not retract my wife's promises, but in the future, make sure you come to me first. But of course, Decapitation still had not lost its charm since the beginning of the revolution. A group of people were gathered in a Parisian street, surrounding something on the floor. Your prestigious position allowed you to make your way to the center of the mob, only to find a man's severed head. What caught everyone's attention was the head's facial expression. It was grinning. It was so unusual that the crowd stared, hypnotized for no apparent reason. You wonder anyone had thought to ask about the rest of the corpse. A lone severed head should death cause curiosity, even if for purely scientific reasons. And now you are staring alongside everyone else. Well, not my responsibility. I'm a judge, not a city guard or cleaner. Come on, let someone else do that. I don't know how long they continued staring at the head or how long it was smiling.
A Paris of a new era. Weak, vulnerable to attacks. Waiting for someone to reach for power. Waiting for someone who, once again, will take control of its soul. The pawns are now in play.
Recent days have proven that Paris can win, that France can win. We managed to overcome our past, divesting our last remaining tyrant of his power. Now it is time to rebuild, to create symbols that inspire future generations. That is why during a gathering of the convention, several enterprising citizens proposed the construction of a statue to commemorate the revolutionary victory over injustice. You are given the honor of supervising the construction. There is no better candidate than the one who vanquished Louis Capet. You have an opportunity to leave yet another mark on Paris. Each section can be controlled by you, by an enemy, or be neutral. Each section you take over provides you with one additional influence point. Chance of mission success is higher in your territory. Enemy agents can also take over your sections. Actions performed in enemy sections are less likely to be successful. Some sections are locked. Unlock them with any agent to carry out actions within them. This is starting to get strategic. I'm no longer just a judge. To unlock a section, you have to scout it first. You can only unlock sections adjacent to the ones that are already unlocked. Each section reacts to the situation in the game, causing the fervor of its resistance to rise or fall. If this fervor becomes too intense, it could result in destructive rise. Send agents on missions, manage unruly crowds, and fight for influence over the city. Click an agent and choose the action you wish them to. The bruiser is good at fighting, gaining reputation, and managing unruly crowds. The diplomat takes over sections, nurtures relations with the faction, and lowers fervor in sections, weaker in duels against enemy agents. You can move agents freely between your sections. Unfortunately, in hostile neutral sections, they can only move one space per day. Oh, more sections under your control, the faster the monument is constructed. Each subsequent stage of completion has to take over another building near one. Yeah, that looks good to me. Oh. Each building lets you perform a different kind of action. Take over the ones that support your playstyle. The house enables actions against muscatins and the residence patrol. This way, actions for your family and persuaded characters. Excellent granted by this building would facilitate your support. I will help agents operate more efficiently in PART8. Okay. Seems okay with me. People like me. Who did I kill? There was King and maybe there was one other person.